Minnesota State University Moorhead, the Dragon Digital Network, Dragon Athletics, and Go Team Productions presents Minnesota State University Moorhead Dragons basketball. It's game number 2 of our doubleheader as the Dragon women will take on the number 16th ranked team in the country, the Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs. And good Friday night to you and welcome inside Alex Nemzik Hall in Moorhead. My name's Steve DeStacio. It's my privilege to be with you. Jared Bledsoe is by my side as always. Jared, here we go. This is a 10-10 Dragon team that does not know what their identity is, but they can let it all hang out tonight. They take on a pretty doggone good Minnesota Duluth Bulldog squad.
Absolutely. You definitely want to bring your all this game as you talk about one of the top teams in the country.
Minnesota Duluth just lost its first game in the NSIC by a couple to Augustana, whom we saw, so there's no shame in that loss at home. You're a team like MSU Moorhead. What do you do first when you're a big underdog like you are tonight?
Obviously, you got to come out firing on all cylinders. You know McKeever can get going. You know Jens can get going. You know Boom can get going. Maybe you want to get the bench going. Got to have some floor leadership. And, again, just have some fun.
Boom?
Yes, Peyton Boom.
Boom?
You heard of her?
Can you tell me more about Peyton Boom?
Let's talk about Peyton Boom, averaging 15 points, shooting well over 55% from the field. Can knock down the three, not shooting a great percentage so far, but dominates the board, close to 9 boards a game. But Brooke Olsen, Steve, you talked about this, arguably one of the best players in the country, averaging close to 21 points, efficient from the field, close to 53% from the field. Can knock down the three, does a really good job on the boards, averaging over 7 boards a game. These two players we definitely want to keep an eye on, Steve.
Players to watch presented by Matt Buss. Take a look at our coaches. There's Mandy Pearson, 142 and 67 in her 8th year at Minnesota Duluth. We will talk more about her, the former Concordia graduate. And there's UND grad Carla Nelson in her 23rd year, 395 wins. To her credit, our coaches are presented by BSN. Jared, I need some bullets quickly, please.
Obviously, you talk about Duluth. Get the ball to Olsen. Get her going. Points off, turnovers. Take care of the basketball. If you're MSUM, help Jens. Obviously, you can create off the bounce, get some shots going, minimize turnovers, and bench step up if you want to be successful this evening.
Bledsoe Bullets presented by the MSUM Catering Services by Sodexo. You will see a lot of pink. The officials' whistles are pink, and so are the Dragons' uniforms. Minnesota Duluth has pink outliers to their black uniforms as we recognize the continued struggle against breast cancer. Minnesota Duluth wins the opening tap. They go on offense first, and here we go.
Dragons come out matched up, man-to-man.
What else do you expect from a Carla Nelson squad as Brooke Olsen can't get a three, but an offensive rebound and putback by Tatum Rhodes, and just like that, it's 2-0 Minnesota Duluth.
Talk about snatching the rebound, going up strong. Rhodes. Jens not able to connect. Rhodes looking to push.
Minnesota Duluth starters as they turn the ball over, presented by Microtel. There is Rhodes, Madeline Granica, Nelson, Brooke Olsen, and Thiessen. Dragon starters are right there. Jens, McKeever, Johnson, Olivia Skibble, and the aforementioned Peyton Boom. 2-0 Minnesota Duluth here in the opening stages of the women's game. Mariah McKeever goes around Madeline Granica, can't connect. Thiessen the rebound. Here's Tatum Rhodes. Shoveling with the left hand.
Good job by Rhodes. And again, this Bulldog team looking to get some buckets in transition. First time with a turnover, this time a bucket. We watch Rhodes just tremendously active so far. Look at the Bulldogs run. Not able to connect. Skibble with the rebound.
Boom got back defensively as Madeline Granica ran out of real estate. Here comes Natalie Jens. Up top to McKeever. And now Skibble. Dumping the ball to Boom. They don't double team her. So Boom will take advantage, but can't score. Brooke Olsen grabs the rebound out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. 2-time NSIC North Player of the Year. She was also a part of the NSIC All-Freshman team. Three won't go. Back come the Dragons. They haven't scored yet. We've almost played 2 minutes. McKeever. Oh, a double crossover and a spin and a blocked shot. That's Kaylee Nelson. She likes dancing Mario Kart and apparently likes blocking shots as well, as Skibble bops the ball out of bounds.
Nice job there by Skibble getting in that passing lane, and that's a great sign if the Dragons want to win this ball game, to be active and get some deflections.
I played Mario Kart, but that was like back in the 80s.
It's researched. I mean, I've actually heard some of the faculty, staff, even younger kids playing Mario Kart these days. Watch the Bulldogs get up gingerly.
Karen Johnson whistled for the foul. Carla Nelson will debate. Chad Voskiel, Angie Arendt, Brady Solom are three officials. Look at that, we got Atari in the first game. We had our booth look.
Yep.
Right? We got Atari and Mario Kart.
That's Nintendo.
In the same game.
Didn't take you as a gamer.
People from Duluth are thinking, wait a minute, we tuned in for this? Nelson, one on the shot clock. That shouldn't count, and it doesn't. That's a turnover, and that gets this crowd excited.
Absolutely. If you're Coach Nelson, that's got to be a good sign. Pleased with the defensive possession.
Second dog turnover. Dragons still haven't scored. It's 4-0 Minnesota Duluth. McKeever up top. Peyton Boom inside Taryn Johnson, and a foul. This foul's on Tatum Rhodes. She has all 4 Minnesota Duluth points and their only foul. Taya Hakamaki, 5'9" junior out of Cromwell, Minnesota, checks in. Cromwell is one of those towns outside of Duluth. Dragons on the board as Taryn Johnson scores. Oh, and they call a loose one. A loose ball foul on Peyton Boom. That's her first. It's 4-1 Minnesota Duluth. They're 18-3.
9-1 on the road.
The non-conference loss. This is Mason Thiessen airballing. Granica tried to save that inbounds in front of the drummer, but stepped on the baseline. This seems like a good start for the Dragons. They don't have a bucket yet, but they're playing well defensively. Now they need a bucket if you're a Dragon fan.
Absolutely. And who better to get it to Peyton Boom inside if there's not going to be a double team. She knocks down the fadeaway jumper.
I would think. Carla Nelson goes, wait a minute, you're not going to double team Boom? I'm going there all night, right now. As of this moment, right? 4-3. Thiessen out of Sauk Center. Jens lost the rebound. And then the ball gets whacked out of bounds by Granica. Lexi Cargie out of East Mankato High School. That's in the eastern part of Mankato. Go Cougars. 4-3, Bulldogs on top. 4 minutes in.
Double high screen action here. The keeper coming off.
Loop. Oh, Taryn Johnson hustled. Skibble the three. No, the Dragons couldn't pay it off. Thiessen the rebound. Got around Jens. Here comes Hakamaki. Crossover, bangs into McKeever, and a whistle and a foul. They got Taryn Johnson again. So Granica will go to the free throw line. Peyton Bang will come in. Taryn Johnson will sit down. So we have the old bang and boom in for the Dragons. Granica's first free throw is no good. a 58% free throw shooter. Her second low trajectory free throw goes. It's 5-3. Again, Jared, this mucky, lower scoring, I think, boom for three, is what you want if you're the Dragons right now.
Right, you want to keep this ball game close, low scoring.
Brooke Olson back in.
Which they've traditionally done, but it's where they're going to find the scoring power, the firepower, and getting buckets. Obviously, no Boom.
Not Boom threes. Bang, baseline, no.
Skibble hustle, coming away with her first offensive rebound. Jen's on the miscue.
And now Minnesota Duluth throws the ball away. And we get immediate timeout. Watch out for the bass drums. 4:59 left in the first quarter. 5-3, Minnesota Duluth on top.
Heading to Fargo Moorhead to get away and have a little fun? Book your room at the highly rated Microtel Inn and Suites. It's conveniently located just off 8th Street and I-94. Clean rooms and all the amenities you need to relax and recharge after a fun day out. Plus, when you wake up, you can enjoy a free hot breakfast. What are you waiting for? Book your room today at the Microtel Inn and Suites in Moorhead. Call 218-284-4022 or visit microtelmoorhead.com.
Microtel Inn and Suites, our sponsor. They make it easy for you to get settled so you can do more and see more. Upgrade to one of our suites and enjoy plenty of extra space, including a pull-out couch, additional workspace, and a kitchenette. Sign up for a better stay with Microtel. Jared, give me some of those numbers. We went from an offensive to 5-3.
Yeah, 3 early turnovers for the Bulldogs. Obviously, talk about where is the scoring going to come from. Both teams 0 for 3 from behind the three-point line. I want to be mindful of that because if either team can knock down some threes, I feel like they can open up this ball game.
I think Peyton Boom has the green light to shoot a three.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's where you want to go.
No.
Jens wasn't squared. She rushed her three.
And we showed that in the graphics for the players to watch. Boom coming in, shooting just over 17% from behind the three-point line. So.
Ooh. Well, now it's 16%. So Kayla Young's in the ball game for the Dragons. Here goes bang. Strong. Too hard. Rebound taken down by Brooke Olson. Here come the Bulldogs.
Boom wisely gave up on that play. She already has 1 foul. Obviously known for getting to early foul trouble, which hinders the Dragons.
Thiessen, followed by Jens. Cargie underneath the Brooke Olson, and she gets her first bucket of the night.
Nice high-low action there for Duluth, getting it inside to their leading scorer, Brooke Olson.
Olson first in scoring in the league, 20.6. Oh, what a move by McKeever. No! Rebound yanked down by Olson. That's her third. She's tied for 7th in the NSIC, averaging 7.3 rebounds per game. Boom is second, doesn't have one yet. Rhodes underneath Olson. Defended by Boom. Right back inside they go. Oh, and they call foul. Who'd they get? They got Peyton on the hold. That's her second. That's the 4th team foul. Now Peyton Boom's going to come over and say, I didn't do it. So Boom will sit. Here's Olson. Taryn Johnson, who already has 2 fouls, gets the responsibility of the NSIC's leading scorer as of now. This is Cargie and a travel.
Nice job by the Dragons again. That's the 4th turnover for Duluth. See if they're able to capitalize. Only 1 point off so far off of those turnovers.
Skibble in, bang out. 7-3, 3:23 left in the first quarter. Skibble for 3. No. The Dragons are 0 for 4, and they're 1 of 12. Hakamaki. Up top, Thiessen. They're daring Cargie to shoot. She won't bite. And that's a whistle and a travel, and that is Minnesota Duluth's 5th turnover.
And again, if you're the Dragons, you have to capitalize on those miscues by the Bulldogs.
Well, they got 1 bucket so far.
Right.
1 of 12, and their best offensive player on the bench. Skibble. Jens, crossover. A little spin. Oh, pretty move by Natalie Jens.
Nice job by Jens getting into her spot.
She averages 13.3 points per game, 7-5. 2:25 left, first quarter.
Four out, 1 in set. Duluth trying to get it inside.
Rhodes, another shovel.
Nice job by Rhodes getting to that left hand.
McKeever and Kayla Youngs. This is just tight, suffocating man-to-man defense. And that was an ill-advised pass by Youngs, and the Dragons get away with it. Tori Ratz checks in, 5'8" freshman. Fergus Falls, Minnesota. That is Rats, right?
Yeah, it is Rats.
Number
I was
4.
just double checking.
Yeah, thank you. Quality control. Jens can't hit from downtown. Rebound taken down by Tatum Rhodes. Here she comes, a crossover on Rats. Another shovel.
It's in her bag early. Tatum Rhodes going coast to coast with the Duluth Bulldogs.
If you're going to shovel like that, come to my house after it snows, please. Here's McKeever. Up top, Jens. Mariah, double teamed and an offensive foul. If this is Taryn Johnson, it's her 3rd, and it is. You know, you plan all week. Your coach, in early, up late, here comes Bang back in, and your 2 bigs are in trouble like that.
Yes. He got one of the best post players in the country on the opposing team. They go right to her.
Oh, right after the freshman. She gets double teamed.
A great defense there by the Dragons. Excellent interior defense.
Yeah. 1 minute left first quarter.
3 points off a turnover so far for the Dragons. See if they can capitalize.
McKeever from 15, no. Watch out, Eric Peterson, Forum sports writer. Looking down, writing his article. They're one of our sponsors, so we'll say nice things. Who has bad things to say about EP?
Nobody.
Rhodes from downtown, no. Rats the rebound. 33 seconds left in the first quarter. The difference between the shot clock and the game clock's about 4. Jens.
Skip.
Rats. Skibble, no. The Dragons' woes continues. They're 2 for 16. 8 seconds left, and they leave. Brooke Olson by herself. McKeever, good if it goes. Oh! We've seen that before. They'll take a look at it, but I think they're going to count it. Either way, end of the first quarter for Moorhead.
Play it again.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Dave Eggers for your personal price plan today.
And Minnesota Duluth on top, leading St. Cloud State. Oh, they're here tomorrow night. So the two teams the Dragons are hosting this weekend are 27-5 in the league and 33-8 overall. That's all. Marion third, Minnesota Crookston in fourth. The Dragons in Northern State trying to catch them with 6 games left. Augustana and Minnesota State Mankato lead the South. This look at the standings is presented by Richards. (13-8). Minnesota Duluth with the lead. The Bulldogs made 6 of their 12 shots, including 0 for 4 from downtown. There's Mandy Pearson. This is what she's done at Duluth in her 8th year. About to win her 4th North title. Probably, unless there's a collapse, her 4th NSIC regular season championship. Again, unless things unravel. They'll make the NCAA tournament for the 5th straight year. She was the first Concordia Cobber, that's the school across the street here, fastest to get 1,000 points and 500 assists. How about that move inside by Alyssa Knight? You talk about Dragons that have to perform off the bench with Boom and Johnson sidelined with foul trouble.
That's got to be an encouraging sign. Coaching staff to see Knight get a bucket. Look at Olsen wiggle her way, catch and finish under the basket creatively.
15-10. Youngs.
Rare stat that we're used to seeing the Dragons dominate. 14-7 rebounds in favor of Duluth. See if that continues. As Skibble not able to finish in the lane.
Amory, Wisconsin native Madeline Granica doing the honors defensively.
Nice slip by Knight.
Oh, wow. Okay. Alyssa Knight's 2 for 2, 15-12. I mean, we've seen Alyssa Knight. This shouldn't shock anybody. It's just, okay, we just haven't seen this from Alyssa so far this season. She hasn't gotten the playing time that she probably wants. Underneath they go to Madeline Granica. Out they go for a 3, and that goes. Mason Thiessen.
Decent shot ready, knocking down the Bulldogs' first 3-pointer on the evening.
8.5 minutes left. First half. Here's McKeever. Skibble with the dribble. Jens looping. Knight. No. Tough to use the glass when you're behind the glass. Here come the Bulldogs on the run. Kaylee Nelson. This is Olsen.
Oh, wow.
Somebody should read a program. She's the NSIC's leading scorer. She has 9, and the Bulldog lead is 21-12 as we just rolled over the 8-minute mark.
Let's go, what?
Youngs on the baseline. McKeever. Tough move inside and she'll score.
Nice athletic finish there by McKeever. Like to see more of that if the Dragons want to win this second quarter.
Rhodes thinks, passes. Nelson goes cross court. Granica. Open at the free throw line was Mason Thiessen, and she'll score again. 23-14, 7:07 left here in the first half. Bailey Keski ready to come in. Skibble from deep.
Nice shot there for Skibble, knocking down her first 3 and the Dragons' first 3.
Dragons are now, remember McKeever at the end of the half.
McKeever hit that buzzer beater. We didn't know.
That was the first 3-pointer that the Dragons made with their ankles squarely under him.
Yeah.
Here's Olsen underneath. She falls down. Knight hopes she's okay. Here comes Jens. McKeever open for three. No.
Skip will get on the floor. Yeah, that right before the quarter, that three, we didn't get the official feedback, but yeah, that was a three-pointer in the quarter.
Hakamaki and Cargi back in for Minnesota Duluth. Bang and Keski in for the Dragons. Keski is from Albany, Minnesota.
Booth is up.
Ah, there we go. There is our crew. Alex, Steve, Becca, Lauren, making things happen behind us. That is why, right there, one of the primary reasons why, or the primary reason why we are on, and they help us. Somebody said we look good. I don't believe them.
One's up.
I think when they say look good, maybe they were looking at someone else. I don't know. Or you. Underneath, Granica scores her first bucket, 25-17.
We talked about the Bulldogs on the men's side dominating in the paint. 12 of the 25 points for the Bulldogs so far.
Semi-two. Two's up.
Tatum Rhodes has both Bulldog fouls, and Mandy Pearson's going to get her out of there, and Mason Thiessen's back in as Jens will head to the free throw line. It was Justin Wick's wife, for those of you who were wondering, and we love her and miss her dearly. Just
yes, awesome
I
family.
really respect. Yeah, just
awesome family.
It might be one of the tightest families. It is one of the tightest families I've ever seen, and you got a winner of a head coach.
Absolutely.
Obviously in Justin Wick. 25-19, as you do on the women's side. And a travel, another Minnesota Duluth turnover, their 8th. Sarah Kingland will come in for the Dragons. Skibble will sit down. So we've seen Kingland, we've seen Knight. They've been rotating in some minutes. And now they're both going to get an opportunity here tonight. Boom has not played here in the second quarter. She's on the bench with 2 fouls. Taryn Johnson got 3 fouls as Peyton Bang turns the ball over. Here come the Bulldogs. Hakamaki gets rid of it. Ani Cheetah, number 20 out of Lakeville, Minnesota, is in the ball game. A triple team underneath on Hakamaki. 10 on the shot clock. Here goes Kaylee Nelson. This is a 3 and a race for the basketball that goes out of bounds. Thiessen couldn't hit the 3, and the Dragons will get it back with exactly 5 minutes to go here in the first half. We hit the media timeout. It's the Bulldogs 25, the Dragons 19.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But man, being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up out of bed to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. The sheer effort it takes just for basic life functions like breathing has earned you the right to have someone bring that sandwich to you. Your struggle is not lost on us. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Let necessarily Augustana's defense get set sometimes.
C's driving in and was blocked. Loose ball. And that'll go out of bounds off Alexander. And the other thing, too, is that the Warriors are crashing the board, and so they're not allowing Augustana easy looks for second chance points. They're either grabbing the rebound or they're making it tough on the second chance. Deflected and into the hands of Shimmons. Shimmons back to fetch, three-pointer to tie, and that hits the rim. Bounces out. Warrior basketball off Odland.
To your point, Justin, no second chance points so far for Augustana, despite 8 offensive rebounds.
And that's surprising. I actually thought they had some second chance points, but they've had the opportunity, just haven't converted.
And points in the paint, 14-6 in favor of Winona.
That was the McCown Gymnasium down in Winona. I remember that fondly for two reasons. Number one, the greatest game I've ever seen on the women's side was played there when the Dragons won in quadruple overtime a few years ago. It's also the site where the Dragons last played and won 66-54 last Saturday night against Winona State. Kaylee Nelson. Hackamaki's three won't go.
Great second effort there by the Bulldogs.
Cargie
ripping down that offensive rebound.
Here's Cargie. Over top of Bang and scores. Lexi Cargie's first 2 points. She averages 4.2. It's 27-19. Dogs up by 8. Here's Keski leaving it for Rats. This is not the lineup that you'd expect to see with 3:53 remaining in the first half, as Carla Nelson has had to shuffle the deck more than once. Jens forces one up and scores.
Yeah, strong finish inside by Jens. Would like to see more of that off the bounce. Dragons want to stay in this ball game.
Hakamaki. Up top, defended by Rats. Thiessen on the baseline, they leave Cargie alone, and she scores again.
Nice touch.
Lexi Cargie shoots 48%, and Carla Nelson wants to find a way to stop Cargie. She takes a timeout. MatBus is a convenient, cost-effective way to get around town. For more information and to stay up to date on all future service changes, visit matbus.com and follow MatBus on Facebook and Twitter. 29-21, the Dragon women trail Minnesota Duluth here with 3 1/4 minutes remaining before at halftime.
Dragons go back to Knight where they got some offensive productivity. She's not able to connect. Bulldogs looking to run here.
Oh, wow. Hakamaki from deep. Jens runs down the rebound. Dribbles behind her back just because she can. McKeever directing traffic. That's also legal. Skibble here in the corner. Jens around a screen. Is that Skibble? Nope.
Good night. Scrap for the rebound. They'll be Dragon basketball just off that second effort by Alyssa Knight. Talked about bench step up. Plays like that will keep the Dragons in the ball game. You watch Jens hit the floor.
Keski for 3 now. Dragons are now 2 of 11. Weren't the Dragon men they were 2 for 13 at the half. It's contagious. Olsen. She has 9. Oh, wow. It didn't go. Rebound taken down by Knight. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Jens inside.
Nice find there by Jens on the screen and roll action. As we watch Knight catch it, all the contact, not able to finish, but an opportunity to get more points on the board for the Dragons.
That was dynamite. All replays presented by Midco. Knight to the free throw line. Nice
shot there by Knight.
6 of 8 from the free throw line.
Nice job by Knight. Again, one of the bullets, bench step up. So far, Knight has been doing a good job.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice hands there by Youngs.
Thiessen around a screen. That's a great job of boxing out by Kayla Youngs. Here comes McKeever with a $1:23 remaining here in the first half. Jens, no. And the Bulldogs will slow it down. Mason Thiessen crosses the midcourt stripe with 1 minute left in the first half. This is Hakamaki. Thiessen in the corner, 3. That'll
Olsen.
go, and that's
Wow.
Olsen again. 12 for Brooke Olsen, and Minnesota Duluth has matched its largest lead of the night at 9. I would think separation at a minimum is key right now. Skibble out to Jens, an open 3. Yes.
Great pass there by Skibble. Set Jens up for a 3. Like that unselfish play there.
I think the crowd knows how important a stop would be here. Thiessen, near side, Ani Cheetah, no. Oh, they call a foul on the Dragons. It's a loose ball foul. This goes on Skibble. It's only the second team foul. There's Mandy Pearson. Boy, they got away with one. Hakamaki missed underneath, and the Dragons will go into the locker room only down 6, as we're going to get an opportunity to talk with Dragon head coach Carla Nelson. Taryn Johnson gets 3 fouls, Peyton Boom 2 quickies. Does that just wreck your entire game plan?
Would it wreck yours? It probably would, yeah. Pretty disappointing in some of those calls, but you can't control those. And, I thought Alyssa Knight and Peyton Bang did a nice job when they went in.
All things, yes, it would wreck my night. All things, as I imagine, it's putting gray hairs in you. All things considered, you're only down 6. Is there satisfaction in that?
Steve, you know better than that. No, I despise losing, and I certainly despise losing to the Bulldogs. So, we have to make sure that we have a good effort here in the second half. Otherwise, Duluth knows how to run away with the game. So we'll have to make sure that we come out in the first 5 minutes, keep this sucker close, and give ourselves a chance to win this game.
Can't get no satisfaction. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Dragon head coach Carla Nelson. Her team trails 32-26. You're watching live coverage of MSU Moorhead Dragon women's basketball on the Dragons Digital Network.
Coach Lockway, are you fired up for signing day?
I am fired up for signing day. It's always an exciting day. Recruiting's a long process. It's a 13-month ordeal. We're 1 month in already to the junior process for next year. So it's nice to get to this day. There's always kind of nerves on, let's make sure nothing goes crazy, nothing changes. It's all good. And honestly, some of these guys have been committed since September, since August, that you can't talk about. And so you're just kind of sitting here going, All right, finally. You know, it's bad enough to wait for Christmas, and that's like about a month. This sometimes like 3 months you're waiting to be able to talk about this. And so we're here today. I'm fired up.
Putting it up there with Christmas, that's pretty high praise.
Yeah.
It is a long process. What does it take to get to a signing day? I mean, you mentioned it's a lot of work and time and things put into it. What did it take to get to this day?
Oh, I don't know how much time we got. It's a long process. And really it's credit to our assistant coaches. They do a phenomenal job. Coach Needham, our recruiting coordinator, has a plan that's laid out, and to be successful, you have to do the work. I think it's very much like farming. Like, you don't just get to harvest a great crop. You're like, okay, well, I got to prepare the soil. I got to plant the soil. I got to nurture it. I got to build it. It's the same thing in recruiting. And so it starts with, you know, in the last month, we've watched probably 3,000 juniors, and it's trying to figure out, okay, well then which ones actually are fits here, you know, athletically. And then it's okay, which ones are fits culturally, which ones then are actually interested in us, and then building the relationship. And so this huge kind of funnel narrows itself down over the course of 13 months. And so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of conversations, whether that's texting, phone conversations. In these worlds, it's Zoom, it's FaceTime, of doing those things and building relationships so that a young man does feel comfortable coming here and understanding that, you know what, this isn't his home, but it's going to be his home away from home for the next 4 to 5 years. And then hopefully he walks out of here and feels like for the next 40 years or more, this is home. There's a piece that is home that he can always come back to. There's nostalgia here. There's memories here. There's friends that he took from here, experiences both on the field, off the field. And be able to do that, we have to have guys come here and experience it. And so a lot of these recruits, they did their due diligence. They were here 2, 3, 4 times on our campus, making trips as a family, spending time with our players, with our coaches, watching all the people that interact with our program. It's not even in the athletic department. It's the relationship and admissions with someone that gave them the tour, when they go to the dining center and seeing the people there and interact. And so all of those things are what make family. All those things create a feel that this is a community that they want to be a part of. And so it is a group effort. It's not just me with a great sales pitch. It's us as a program. It's us as a campus. It's us as a community that really are selling themselves to these young men to have this be part of their journey, part of their story for the next however many years of their life. And so it's fun when you finally get guys that want to be a part of that. And now, like today, we get to talk about them.
Today is a different day. We do get to talk about these individuals, but as you said, it's a funnel, and there's a family, and there's a lot of individuals you start with to become part of that culture, part of the Dragon football family. How do you get down to what you need as far as a football program? You know, you look at your roster, you look at the senior graduates, you look at all the needs that you want to increase depth in or skills in or whatever. How do you get to how many we're going to announce and get excited about today? How do you get to that number, and what are you kind of looking for, especially with this specific class?
Yeah, for sure. There's a piece that obviously there's a budget, so to say, like everyone's got a family budget. There's a salary cap board is what we call it, but there's positions. Like we're not going to have 250 people here. Like we have 110 spots. That's what we have. Those are what we're recruiting to. And so it is a little bit fluid of, well, who do we have on our team? Who do we don't have on our team? Well, this year we need 3 linebackers. Well, last year we only needed 1. Well, you know, sometimes there is a little bit of dynamic of, well, I wish I was a year earlier at that position when there was more of a need or whatever. And so we're trying to balance those, but we're also trying to be forward thinking in the sense of, well, this is maybe what they are now, but what could they be? What could they become? Where could they maybe play differently? And so one of the things we do at our camps, we have guys that maybe only play offense in high school. Great. But you know what? We ask them to play defense at our camp too, to see how do they handle a different challenge? How do they handle a position move? Could we recruit them there if it's not going to work out offensively? And so we're trying to create as many opportunities to get the right guys in the door, in the family, and then the spots can work themselves out. So there are some areas that we kind of recruit that we're like, you know what? They're Dragons, they're fits. I don't know exactly where they're going to fit right now, but they're going to make it somewhere. And let's just bet on them and trust them that the path is going to present itself as they go. They're going to play themselves into being on the football field. And so it's kind of a back and forth of being able to think from different angles. You know, recruiting coordinators, perception. We have our defensive line coaches watching our offensive linemen to say, yeah, is this a recruit that we think we'd want? Because, hey, maybe he could play defense. And so we try not to be siloed. We really try and have an open mind and see things from all different perspectives of possibility. And that's kind of how we get to this point. And obviously, you know, we get to this point because they got to pick us. This isn't the NFL. We don't get to draft them. We're like, hey, here's the opportunity. Here's how we see you fitting in. Here's who we are. I think one of the things that we try and be really consistent about is everything we talk about in recruiting, every experience that you have in recruiting with us, we want to be the same as when you're going to be here. So we don't want it all this different crazy stuff of, hey, you know what, we're going to treat you one way in recruiting, but hey, when you get here, things are different. It's like, so we're very cognizant from the very beginning. We're here to help you make a great decision, to learn about the program and find what the right fit is. I'm not going to waste an hour of your time playing dress up, putting you into all these uniforms and smoke and mirrors and taking pictures. That isn't not going to help you get to a big boy decision of where's the next place that you need to be for 4 to 5 years. It's going to impact your entire life.
Welcome back to Alex Nemzicala Moorhead. Minnesota Duluth leads the Dragons 32-26 down in the Southland. 30-16, Concordia St. Paul on top. Mankato on top. Augustana leads at Winona. That was our live look in. Upper Iowa. Wow, they're going to leave the conference and they just swept the Dragons in Northern State. You kidding me? Mary leading Crookston. Remember, Crookston is the team the Dragons are chasing for the number 4 spot. Minot and Bemidji, that's the battle of the Beavers. And Northern State leads St. Cloud State 27-25. At the half. This peek around the league is presented by Richards. And we come down the stretch here as we hit February in the long and winding road they call the NSIC. St. Cloud State's on the docket tomorrow. The Dragon men at 3:30, the women at 5:30. Right here on the Dragons Digital Network. Minnesota Duluth will be at Northern tomorrow afternoon at 6 o'clock on the women's side, 4 o'clock on the men's side. You can watch those games on the NSIC network. Upcoming schedule presented by Bell Bank. Jared Bledsoe will drop some knowledge on the other side. You're watching live coverage of Dragon women's basketball on the DDN.
Today's live coverage on the Dragons Digital Network is brought to you by our broadcast partners: Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, BSN Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Brant Hospitality Group, including the Radisson Blue, the Holiday Inn, the Holiday Inn Express, and the Courtyard by Marriott Fargo, the Bridges Apartments, Herbert and Gerberts, Forum Communications, Inforum, WDAY, Gate City Bank, Matt Bus, Midco, Papa John's, Richards Transportation, MSUM Dining by Sodexo, State Farm Agent David Eggers, and Minnesota State University Moorhead.
Let the Jared Bledsoe bedazzlement begin. He draws it up with Roland.
Yes, we want to see where these points are coming from for the Bulldogs as we watch. Get some screening action, some rolling action, and a pin down here for Brooke Olsen. As we roll it here, we talk about that screen down, and just great position inside. Brooke Olsen scoring 2 of her 12 points in the paint.
That's tough.
We want to talk about the Dragons getting some points out of their bench. We'll watch Natalie Jens pop. She's going to receive the ball right here. Going to get Alyssa Knight involved. We're going to have 2 Bulldogs here. She's going to make a great IQ play, high basketball IQ play, just slipping the screen action here. And see her get 2 of her 6 points. Just excellent read there, and a bucket out of the corner for that young lady.
Dragons are going to have that if they want to pull off the upset of the number 16 team. I am dazzled. Draw it up with Roland. Bulldogs lead at 32-26. Jared and I come back right after this.
Kay Yao was a person that believed that anything was possible. Hope and inspiration, that was her vision.
Each day that I wake up, the first thing I think about is how this day can I serve other people.
Together, ready, together.
Please donate to the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. You can do something to help find a cure.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and... There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Better to get it to Peyton Boom inside if there's not going to be a double team. She knocks down the fadeaway jumper.
Jens, crossover. A little spin. Oh, pretty move by Natalie Jens. By Tatum Rhodes. Here she comes, a crossover on Rats. Another shovel.
It's in her bag early.
McKeever could have it go. Oh! We've seen that before. Or Kaylee Nelson. This is Olsen.
Oh, wow.
Somebody should read a program. She's the NSIC. Thiessen. On the baseline, they leave Cargie alone, and she scores again.
Nice touch.
Papa John's brings you your first half stats. Minnesota Duluth shot 52%. With those shooting numbers, you'd think Minnesota Duluth was up by 20-something. Three-point shooting, abysmal on both ends. Free throw shooting. Neither team went to the line that much. That rebounding total is probably going to tick Carla Nelson off more than anything. Her team is getting outboarded 22-13. The good thing for the Dragons is they've only committed 3 turnovers. Papa John's brings you your game stats, your game summary, Steve DeStatio, Jared Bledsoe. And if you don't think that's a lot of Carla and Steve have known each other for a long time when she gave the answer, but I'll still defend. They're only down 6, and they didn't have Peyton Boom for the last 13 minutes of the first half. What say you?
Excellent point. And 14 of those points have come in the paint. If the Dragons can clean that up, defend the paint, and obviously get it inside to Boom, if Knight continues to play as she's played, the Dragons have 8 points in the paint. That could be the difference in this ballgame, Steve.
Boom is on the floor. Peyton Boom so far. 1 for 3. 2 points. 32-26. Boom. There she goes. Finds Taryn Johnson. There you go, right there. The 2 women with the foul issues, right.
Definitely encouraging to see Johnson knock down a shot early in this third quarter.
Mason Thiessen, cross court, near side. Granica had the open 3, didn't take it. And now here's Tatum Rhodes, open for a 3, and that's good.
Tell you what, Tatum Rhodes had that bounce, that giddy up in her step the first quarter, getting to the basket, now knocking down a 3-pointer for the Bulldogs.
11 for Rhodes. Here's Taryn Johnson. See what she can do. Just a simple one-on-one, and she wins it.
Nice. And this is something you pointed out, Steve. Her footwork just continues to improve. We saw it there.
That was a little lighter than she's been. It seemed a little heavier. That's coaching. That's hard work.
Absolutely.
Not my coaching. Rhodes again from 3.
Man, she is cooking. Second 3, back-to-back 3s, I should say, with Tatum Rhodes.
38-30. Boom, outside. McKeever in trouble. No. Tremendous defense by Kaylee Nelson. That's the Mario Kart and dancing fan. Maybe she dances when she plays Mario Kart. Rhodes. Up top, Thiessen. And Kaylee Nelson. Here on the near side.
Wow.
And a foul, and they got Taryn Johnson for her 4th. Olsen with 14.
It's a big-time play here by Olsen. I mean, asked for the ball high, received it low, got bumped double time, and able to finish. Opportunity for a three-point play for Brooke Olsen.
And Minnesota Duluth has its largest lead of the night. It's 41-30. Jens across midcourt. Thiessen defends. Here's Peyton Boom. Just one bucket so far, and she made that look pretty easy.
Like that. Again, not going to double team Peyton Boom. She's going to be a problem for you. Watch her. 2 dribbles to the middle, little spin, absorbs the contact, finishes with the left hand.
We know the answer, but again, we represent the voice of the people. She can carry this Dragon squad.
Absolutely. Just mindful of the foul trouble. If she can stay out of foul trouble, she can definitely help this Dragons team pull out a victory. Oh, great pass.
Granica for 3. 3 in a row for Minnesota Duluth.
Yeah, you got to credit that court vision. Brooke Olsen. Yeah, Olsen setting up her teammate for that three-pointer.
I'm going to 30. Jared, I'm going to 30. She missed this time, but I'm going to her. Said this for decades. When the Dragons are in trouble, Carla Nelson goes low. That's great defense by Natalie Jens, and the Dragons get the ball back.
Like that transition defense. Very fortunate there. We've seen Tatum Rhodes go coast to coast and actually finish.
If you look on the floor closely, you'll see the 2 names of Zach and Connor Kovalov right there to your right. They were tragically killed in an auto accident a couple years ago. Their names are on the floor. Their father was Ray, was just up here as he's sponsoring tonight, Microtel and Suites. Jens, 3, 44-36. Thiessen across midcourt. Granica, Haley Nelson. This squad has hit 3 threes in a row and a whistle. They get banged this time? They did. Bang second. Alyssa Knight will come in. She did some really good things in the first half for the Dragons.
Absolutely. 6 points off that bench, knocking down some free throws. Keeping the Dragons close that first half. See what she can provide. She guards one of the top players in the country.
She did a great job, too.
This is a tough move.
That's why Brooke Olsen's one of our players to watch. 46-36. Here's Boom. Here's Boom. Dragons looking for a foul, didn't get it. 7 on the shot clock. McKeever, step back 3, it goes! Are they going to count it? I think the Dragons are also going to get the ball.
Big time shot there by McKeever on the step back.
And they got Olsen for a foul. I don't think that could have worked out very much better for the Dragons. Hakamaki back in for Minnesota Duluth. Young's back in for the Dragons. That 3 by McKeever did count. They're back to within 7, and they got the ball.
Rare opportunity to get
Boom.
5 or 6 points on one possession, and Boom gets it going.
That's a 5-point possession for the Dragons. 46-41, just like that.
Just like that, the Bulldogs go right back to.
That should have been one of your Bledsoe bullets. Where was it? A 5-point possession. Put that in your arsenal, buddy. Youngs. Left side, Jens in front of former Dragon men's head coach Chad Walthall. Jens, a little spin, no. Boom had to be careful going after the loose ball. She knew she was beat, and she surrendered her post. Here goes Thiessen.
Nice, little hezzy finishing off the off leg there. Nice job there by Thiessen.
50-41. Here's Boom. She'll be defended by Olsen. McKeever, another three.
Nice find there. Boom to McKeever. 11 points for Mariah McKeever.
She could put points up in a hurry, too.
Yes.
What Jacob Benega brings to the men's squad with a quick three, Mariah McKeever can do the same for the Dragon women. Thiessen. Inside Rhodes.
Rhodes is a problem. Excellent court vision there by the Bulldogs in their half-court set.
That sloppy, mucky, murky first half. Now we're seeing why the Bulldogs are ranked 16th in the country, and the Dragons are hanging with them, even though McKeever just made an ill-advised pass. Rhodes hustles down the court to Hakamaki. That three was wide left from the beginning, but Olsen was right there to grab the rebound, and she misses. Jens dribbles across midcourt with her right hand. You'll find that is a legal move. Boom for three now. And that's McKeever clubbing Hakamaki upside the head. You know what else you'll not see in the rule book?
What's that?
Clubbing an opponent upside the head being legal. We have a timeout, 3:41 left. Third quarter, Bulldogs up by 8. All right, tonight's games are presented by the Microtel Inn & Suites. Upgrade to one of their suites and enjoy plenty of extra space, including a pull-out couch, additional workspace, and a kitchenette that provides the conveniences of home. Sign up today for a better stay with Microtel. All right. Mariah McKeever's mom, Bernice, in the front right. Some more Dragon fans thinking, you know what? If Mariah can hit a three and Peyton Boom can get the ball underneath, maybe, just maybe, we got a shot. Dogs lead it by 8, 3:40 left, third quarter. This is Tatum Rhodes out of Minnehaha High School in Minneapolis. Whistle, oh, they called a travel on Tatum Rhodes before she hit a three between the circles. I didn't see the walk, Jared. Did you? You watch the NBA, you never see walking.
Fortunate for the Dragons. Rhodes 16 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind that three-point line.
I'm thinking about taking tomorrow off.
No way.
Well, load management, man.
Absolutely not.
All right, I'll go back to back. Jeez, talk to my union rep. Rhodes, Hakamaki. Oh, what an anticipation by Bang. And a pile-up on the right side of the lane. That was all Peyton Bang court vision. My idol's Cal Ripken, load management. He played 2,632 consecutive games. No load management. Hakamaki. Cargie thought about it. Granica, no. McKeever was not in position, and I think this is fortunate that a loose ball foul is called on McKeever because there were a bunch of Bulldogs underneath.
Yeah, Rhodes has been active all game.
Yeah.
done a solid job on the boards. 4 boards, 16 points. Make it 16 points. 2 steals. Connects on the second one.
Rhodes made 1 of 2. Cheetah and Olsen, or Nelson rather, back in. Cheetah's from Lakeville, Nelson's from Roseville. 53-44. It's been around that 8, 10. It's been as high as 11. They found Boom. Boom on the baseline. Here goes Youngs. Rejected underneath, and a jump ball. This block was via Hakamaki.
Dragons have the possession arrow.
Youngs will inbound. Taryn Johnson will come back in. She is playing with 4 personal fouls. Jens has been guarded tightly all night long by Mason Thiessen. This is Skibble. McKeever.
Great defense there.
Is that a jump ball?
Yeah, Kaylee
okay,
Nelson.
I'm going to tell you the fortunate thing about that. They were about to get a 30-second shot clock violation. This is the best thing. If it stand, and it does stand, that's the best thing that could have happened for the Dragons. They were going to lose possession anyway. Now the next time there's a jump ball, they'll get it. I don't care what the scoreboard says.
No,
just move.
Yeah, they switched it back. They had switched it.
Right. Hakamaki, Nelson. A couple of 23s going at it.
Oh, nice interior pass.
And a foul. If it's Taryn Johnson, she's out. It's McKeever, that's her 3rd.
A little dime here to Hakamaki. Between the traffic, the Dragons. Opportunity to extend this lead to double digits. And she does it.
Hakamaki hits a couple. 55-44. Minnesota Duluth matches its largest lead with 2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Boom on the baseline. McKeever. Whacked away by Cargie.
Yeah, the Bulldogs definitely don't lose any size inside with Olsen going to the bench. Cargie, 6'2", taking up space and protecting that rim.
Jens near side. A head fake. And a bunch of contact and a jump ball. So now the Dragons get that possession.
And the interior defense has been impressive so far for the Bulldogs.
Jens.
Nice pass by Jens. Set bait, Boom up for the bucket.
Again, we take a live look inside of our control room. Alex Nelson in the foreground, Steve Fox, Lauren, Becca, making things happening behind us, behind the scenes, the brains of this outfit. Another Minnesota Duluth Bulldog turnover. Here comes Jens. Skibble. Up top, Boom. Boom with a purpose. No.
Nice hustle there by Boom.
McKeever open for a 3. You better believe it.
Nice. Great job there by Boom. Not giving up on the play. Skibble swings it. McKeever knocks down that triple.
3 threes in the 3rd quarter for Mariah McKeever. There's your 9. They didn't all come in a New York minute. Cargie. Nelson near side. Granica gets loose, scores, and gets fouled.
Nice scoop shot there.
Boom's third.
Yeah, watching Boom come over on the help side. Now, that's the right call.
She debates.
Tough finish inside by Granica.
I was just going to say tough.
Yeah.
With 2 Fs. Guys are pretty tough. There's a good look at Granica, who misses the free throw, and McKeever the rebound. 57-49, and the Bulldog, or the Dragons rather, will play for the final shot.
Miscue there by the Dragons.
And a foul. Who'd they get? That's Boom. Oh boy. Things went from bad to worse for the Dragons. A miscue, and now Boom picks up 2 more fouls. And if my math is correct, that's 4.
Yeah, so that's 4 on Peyton Boom, and Taryn Johnson also has 4.
And that's Granica back at the, isn't it?
Yes, that's Granica at the line. Again, another opportunity to extend this lead to double figures at 10 for the Bulldogs.
$59-49. Just a moment ago, they were down by 6. Now they're down by 10. 6 seconds. McKeever. Oh my!
Another big-time bomb by McKeever at the buzzer.
Just like in volleyball, the rafters are in play. 59-52 Dogs after 3.
Inform has been the leading local news source in the Fargo-Moorhead community for more than 130 years. Our journalists are local and have a unique understanding of the Fargo-Moorhead community, because it's their home too. Experience the value of local news with Inform. Read the news that matters to you at inform.com.
It's time to focus on you, a healthier you. It's time to get back to better health. Regular visits with a primary care provider at Sanford Health can lead to better overall health and wellness. It's time to get back to regular care. It's time for a healthier you and better health. It's time to see your doctor at Sanford Health.
Fresh ingredients, hand-sliced cheese, and chef-inspired soup and sandwich recipes that will surprise and delight. Go to herbertandgerberts.com to order online for pickup and delivery. And remember to live life flavorfully. That's 1 in a row that I got that ad right. Minnesota Duluth outscored the Dragons 27-26 in the third quarter. 27-26. I don't think we've seen 53 points scored in a quarter this season, as you get a good look at Concordia College graduate Mandy Pearson. The Dragons are 7-8 against Pearson. They've lost 4 straight and in danger of losing a 5th. Peyton Boom, 9 points, no rebounds. It will take a feat for Boom to get her 5th double-double in a row.
Bulldogs connect again on that high-low action, getting Olsen involved.
21 for Olsen. It's a 9-point game. Here's McKeever. And another Dragon turnover. They haven't been that often. That's their 7th. They just feel like they all sting, don't they?
Right.
Granica up top, not looking to shoot. They get the ball to Olsen. Olsen double team. Young's got a piece of it.
Yeah, great job there by Young's doubling down on Olsen, causing that turnover. Again, can the Dragons capitalize on those turnovers? Nice kick.
Skibble. Nope. Nelson, no. Rebound taken down by Skibble. Back comes Jens. They're only down by 9, Jared.
Yeah, still a lot of time left in this quarter.
Plugging away. McKeever, she should just pretend the clock's running out every time she has the ball. Jens, fouled. Brooke Olsen's like, wait a minute. I'm Brooke Olsen. I'm one of the best players in the country, and I'm tied for second in the Northern Sun with just under a block and a half a game.
Yeah, I think they may have got Rhodes on that foul.
See? Olsen was right. Jens makes free throw number 1. They did get Rhodes. And a miss. (61-53). Thiessen in the corner. Granica. No.
Look at Olsen on the boards. Not able to connect.
Bunch of officials in the stands did not like that turn of events as Rhodes scores underneath. Leads back up to double figures, 63-53.
19 points for Rhodes.
McKeever dribbled through traffic. Keski got rid of it, she's back in. And now it's McKeever in her wheelhouse because clock's running out. Keski turns it over.
Trying to get it inside to Bang. She asked for that ball, but again.
Yeah.
Brooke Olsen has been extremely active on both ends of the court. And she asks for the ball and gets a bucket the easy way.
Minnesota Duluth is their largest lead of the night, and Carla Nelson knows her team is up against the wall, trailing by a dozen.
Kay Yao was a person that believed that anything was possible. Hope and inspiration, that was her vision.
Each day that I wake up, the first thing I think about is how this day can I serve other people.
Together, ready, together.
Please donate to the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. You can do something to help find a cure.
With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Papa John's papadillas for just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Richards Transportation has been a proud supporter and hauling the Dragons around since 1986. Give them a call Monday. Jay and Marco answer the phone, 218-233-3404. You can book your next trip with Richards Transportation. Jared, we can talk about foul trouble all night, but it doesn't matter now. 6:51 left to go. Boom, Taryn Johnson. I think the chips are getting moved to the center of the table if you're Carl Nelson.
Absolutely. You got to get some stops, and clearly you got to be able to get some buckets. See where they go to out of this break. Got the matchup you want inside with Rhodes on Boom.
Great quick hands by Rhodes. The senior out of St. Paul did not start any of her 77 games. In the first 3 years, she put on a Bulldog uniform. Youngs inside. Taryn Johnson scores and gets fouled.
Nice find inside. Youngs setting up Taryn Johnson. Watch, fake, high. And if you're a young player out there, you definitely want to know to this. Catching it high, keeping it high. Taryn Johnson finishing in the lane.
You will learn that at the Next Level Basketball Academy located in Fargo, North Dakota, USA. Taryn Johnson misses the free throw, 65-55. Always watch those Survive and Advance shows from NC State, and they always talk about catching the ball with 2 hands. You got 2 hands, use them. That's what I was taught.
Great job there by Johnson. Dragons will need more of that.
They had a chance to go right at Boom. I think Boom was out of bounds. Dragons have the ball. No challenge flags to be dropped. Here's Jens, stutter stepping, double team momentarily. Jens with an avenue, and fortunately for the Dragons, Olsen ran out of room. Brooke Olsen has 23 points tonight. Aren't they the quietest 23?
Quiet. 10 for 14, 2 for 3 from behind the three-point line.
That's
8
why.
boards. I mean,
that's why, because she hasn't shot a lot.
Yeah.
She's been efficient. McKeever, no. Rebound ripped down by Kaylee Nelson. 5.5 minutes left. This is a 3, and that goes.
Wide open three-pointer by Thiessen. Transition buckets for the Bulldogs.
McKeever threw it somewhere, hoping somebody in pink would grab it, and they did. McKeever, 6 on the shot clock. Now she's in her element. She should just heave it. Youngs, boom. That should be a shot clock violation, and it is. We're up. Media timeout. 4:57 left. Minnesota Duluth up by 13.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Oh, great pass.
Granica for 3. 3.
The net.
She adjusted. Assist of the game, Brooke Olsen. You said she was our player to watch for Minnesota Duluth, and with good reason.
Absolutely. Just got it done so far. 23 points, 10 for 14 from the field. Able to knock down threes, 2 for 3 from behind that arc. Only been to the line once.
9 rebounds?
8 rebounds so far.
8. She had 9 a minute ago.
Track 1.
Welcome to my world, folks, where we subtract rebounds.
Yeah.
68-45.
Easy math. Oh, they try to go inside. Miscue there for the Bulldogs. 15 turnovers, and they're still up by 13.
Still thinking about losing a rebound. Here's McKeever. Skibble in front of her bench. Boom. And Mariah. That's not going to get it done. Carla Nelson almost falls to her knees.
Great anticipation there by Tatum Rhodes. She's been extremely active from the tip of this ball game.
Scores from around the NSIC rolling at the bottom. Are they rolling or scrolling? They're scrolling. Granica, near side Rhodes.
Oh, nice skip. Wow.
Pretty play. All the heavy lifting was done. Kaylee Nelson just whiffed on the reverse layup. Here's Taryn Johnson. Tried a little back door to Peyton Boom. Like the idea. Just didn't work out.
Great idea. A little backdoor action.
But you know what they always say. Custer had a plan too.
What?
68-55. Rhodes and Olsen. Olsen. No. Rebound taken down by Skibble. McKeever. And
another miscue for the Dragons.
It's her 12th. It's just been an uphill battle. Just a little quick summary. Unsponsored. We do things for free around here. Olsen scores again. It's been uphill for the Dragons all night. Taryn Johnson got 3 quick fouls. Peyton Boom got 2 quick fouls. Sat on the bench for the final 13 minutes or so of the first half. Here she is with the ball, and she missed there. Here's Jen's 3. Nope. Rebound taken down by Olsen. I hope they add 1 to her total since she just got a rebound. 2:23 left to go. Minnesota Duluth inching closer towards another North and another NSIC championship.
Oh, great help side defense there by Peyton Boom. 2 minutes left. Duluth gets it right back with the transition defense. Decent coming away with the steal.
Thiessen, Granica, and that ball goes off of Brooke Olsen and out of bounds. You know, I guess the turnovers, whatever it ends up for Minnesota Duluth, they have 17 right now. They're going to finish with, well, I don't know if they subtract them, but 17, 18, whatever that number is, and they still, you know, they're up by 15. They're going to win. Here goes Boom. Jen's 3. Got it. They'll be talking points for tomorrow for Minnesota Duluth or on the bus ride down as they had to Aberdeen. Not done quite yet. Bulldogs up by 12. We have a timeout.
Heading to Fargo Moorhead to get away and have a little fun? Book your room at the highly rated Microtel Inn & Suites. It's conveniently located just off 8th Street and I-94. Clean rooms and all the amenities you need to relax and recharge after a fun day out. Plus, when you wake up, you can enjoy a free hot breakfast. What are you waiting for? Book your room today at the Microtel Inn & Suites in Moorhead. Call 218-284-4022 or visit microtelmoorhead.com.
$70-58. Back at it tomorrow afternoon. You'll be here?
I'll be here.
Okay.
Will you be here? You talked about
load management.
Load management.
Yeah. Talk to my agent. Thiessen across midcourt. Rhodes. Thiessen. Jen's got a hand on it. 6 seconds to shoot. I will let you know by 1 o'clock tomorrow if I'm going to show up. How's that?
That is not fair at all. We need confirmation tonight, sir.
Olsen. She'll miss with a minute left. McKeever scores.
Nice strong move there off the bounce by McKeever. 10-point ball game.
16 for Mariah McKeever. And Minnesota Duluth will work on the clock. The Dragons would have 5 fouls to give, and I think Carla Nelson knows what the final result is going to be in a half a minute. Granica turns it over. Here comes McKeever. She'll fire 3. No. Skibble. Fouled. Olsen got her. And this will put Olivia on the free throw line for 2. You know, my wife and I, we planned last Friday. This is what you do when you're older, is you sit around and you look at the computer or look at each other. Okay. We're going out to Seattle and a little town right by. Oh my God, is it beautiful? Snohomish, Washington. That's where Skibble's from.
Okay.
Cannot wait. Skibble's first 2 points of the second half. 70-62. That is going to be your final as Minnesota Duluth runs this out. They improve to 19-3. The Dragons dip below the 500 mark once again as they fall to 10-11. 70-62, your final score. We'll get to some post-game festivities here in just a moment. I don't think they played their best game tonight, but even when they didn't play probably close to their best game, they're still pretty good.
I agree. That was a solid performance. Obviously, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, one of the top teams in the country. To have 17, 18 turnovers and still win in the way they did, that was impressive.
All right, roll it, boys. Let's take a look at our play of the game. Here, you know what? Mariah McKeever, that's at the end of the first quarter.
Count it.
And, yeah, she did call glass. This is the end of the third quarter. Hey. Whoosh. That Mariah McKeever back-to-back three-peat is our play of the game presented by Herbert and Gerbert's. Bold between the bread. As far as our newsmaker of the game, again, this is pretty easy. Somebody smart said we should keep our eye on Brooke Olsen, and she had 25 points and 9 rebounds tonight. She hit on 11 of 17 shots, including 2 of 4 from downtown. Brooke Olsen is your newsmaker of the game, presented by the Forum of Fargo Moorhead. Check us out online at inforum.com. As far as the stat of the game, tonight marked the first time that the Dragons lost their first February home game since falling 66-65 to Bemidji State on February 13th, 2004. 19 years. Your stat of the game presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Minnesota Duluth will head south, hopefully safely. They will take on Northern State. The men at 4 o'clock, the women at 6 o'clock. And the Dragons, their games can be seen right here on the Dragons Digital Network. The men will play at 3:30 and the women will play at 5:30. This look ahead is presented by Bell Bank as we invite you in one more time, Steve and Jared. I don't know if the Dragons really, if it's fair to say they're Minnesota Duluth's better team. I'm not debating that. Their record says they are, but they were just out of sorts all night long.
Yeah, early foul trouble for the Dragons. You go to the bench, only 6 points on the evening for the Dragons, so I know that'll be a discussion. Staying out of foul trouble and obviously getting a little more bench production.
Men lose, women lose, so they both come back tomorrow against St. Cloud State, which isn't easy, and try to salvage a weekend. So still tons to play for both the men and women this season.
Absolutely. You got to have amnesia, if you will, when it comes to playing back-to-back games. Come in with a renewed focus and see if you can get a victory.
Breaking news. I'll be here tomorrow. How's that?
I love it.
All right, that'll do it for our presentation of Dragons basketball. Here tonight on this Friday night, the women, the Dragon women, fall to Minnesota Duluth 70-62. For our entire talented crew, Steve DeStacio saying so long from Moorhead. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.